Adesanya is the man, and every time out, he wants the most dangerous contender, so much so...
Oh my goodness!
In the world of fighting, there are moments that etch themselves into history. Moments that make you hold your breath and marvel at the sheer power and skill on display. These are moments where we can all see that two individuals are meant to cross paths many times in their careers, much like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, or Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. In this same league of rivalries, we have Isreal Adesanya facing off against Alex Pereira. In UFC 287, featuring Isreal Adesanya versus Alex Pereira was one such moment. But first, let's check their fight history since they've met many times before. Glory of Heroes 1. Back on April 2nd, 2016, at Glory of Heroes 1 in Shenzhen, China, we witnessed a showdown between Isreal Adesanya and Alex Pereira. Adesanya, riding high on an impressive 11-win streak, entered the ring with determination in his eyes. The two went back and forth, with Pereira throwing power punches, evading them, and using slick punching to counter. Pereira started off strong, showing great power in the first round, but faded towards the end. Isreal showed consistency throughout the fight and demonstrated great skill in dodging power punches. However, it was Pereira who emerged victorious, securing the win through a unanimous decision. This battle showcased the incredible skill and resilience of both fighters. Each round was a testament to their dedication and mastery of the sport. Pereira's strategic prowess and Adesanya's unwavering spirit created a match for the ages. Glory of Heroes 7. Back in March 4th, 2017, there was another showdown between Isreal Adesanya and Alex Pereira at Glory of Heroes 7 in Sao Paulo, Brazil, their second encounter. Adesanya was in control of the fight for all three rounds, landing the cleaner punches and imposing his will on Pereira. In the second round, Adesanya continued his dominance over Pereira, leaving him off balance and stumbling. It seemed like Adesanya was just seconds away from knocking out Pereira. That's when the referee stepped in, giving Pereira a controversial rest time, providing him with an opportunity to recover. In the third round, Pereira unleashed a powerful left hook that knocked out Adesanya. This win marked a significant moment in their rivalry, with a dominant Adesanya leading throughout the fight and on his way to knocking out Pereira. Pereira received favor from the home country bias, resulting in a standing 10 count to give him time to recover. This ultimately led to Adesanya being knocked out. All of this left fans and media outlets thirsty for a rematch and left the fight's outcome uncertain. After the Isreal and Pereira Glory 2 fight, Adesanya entered the UFC. Adesanya, a force to be reckoned with, had dominated the middleweight division like a king in his castle. He danced through the ranks, leaving a trail of defeated opponents in his wake. His striking prowess was unparalleled, earning him the title of the best striker in the world. With a jaw-dropping record of 129 wins and only 5 losses in kickboxing, Adesanya was a force of nature, who had 0 draws.
Title challenger Alex Pereira. If I'm Isreal Adesanya, I'm training tonight.
UFC 281 Adesanya versus Pereira. At UFC 281, fight fans witnessed a showdown for the ages. Isreal Adesanya, the reigning UFC middleweight champion, was a dominant force for 4 years straight.
I'm the big dog in this yard. I'm the champ. You wanna come get it?
Besting every opponent and defeating a couple of top 5 fighters twice, like Robert Whittaker, the #1 contender, and Marvin Vettori, the #6 contender, both twice. Isreal Adesanya's reign was so dominant that the UFC president, Dana White, had to give a term to what Adesanya was doing. He was cleaning out the division. The UFC and Dana White were starting to run out of challengers for the belt, so they began searching for any contenders willing to step up. That's when the UFC found Alex Pereira. With a left hand that could shatter mountains, Pereira was a force of nature in his own right. He was a decorated fighter, renowned for his excellence in glory kickboxing. What set him apart from the rest was his ability to do the unthinkable, not once, but twice. Pereira was the only man to knock Adesanya out, a feat that demanded respect and attention. Alex Pereira was fast-tracked. He did not have to take the long route of proving himself and slowly working his way up to contender status. After just 3 fights, he was put into a championship match against Adesanya. They squared off against each other in a highly anticipated bout on November 12th, 2022, in the heart of New York, USA. Round 1! The first 2 minutes, it felt like Adesanya and Pereira were just sizing each other up. The feeling-out process was short-lived. 2 minutes into the fight, you could sense both fighters becoming familiar. Pereira showcased his power punches, while Adesanya exhibited his elite-level evasive tactics and signature stunts, which were in full effect. Both displayed their high-level kickboxing skill sets. Adesanya stunned Pereira with 3 seconds left in the first round, with the bell saving Pereira from a potential knockout. Round 2! Alex Pereira demonstrated the ability to recover quickly and started pressuring Adesanya. He cornered Adesanya and unleashed some heavy punches that stopped him in his tracks. You could hear the impact of every punch. Pereira landed a clean head kick at the end of the second round. Viewers and spectators saw the fight as 1-1 going into the third. Round 3! It was a back-and-forth affair, with both fighters landing good hits. Then, Adesanya turned a clinch into a ground and pound. Adesanya spent about 3 minutes and 45 seconds in the clinch, wearing down Pereira. Adesanya got on top and began raining down punches. Whenever Pereira tried to get back up, Adesanya would pull him back down and continue the assault. Round 4! You could see Pereira was still exhausted from the wrestling in the third round. Isreal recognized this and stepped up the intensity. Toward the end of the fourth round, you saw Pereira catch his second wind and start unleashing his thunderous punches. This forced Adesanya to clinch and attempt to exhaust Pereira, much like in round 3. However, Pereira resisted and fought not to get dominated in the clinch like in round 3. Round 5! Heading into the fifth round, it felt like the score was 3-1 in favor of the champ. The challenger, Pereira, came forward aggressively to start the round, and Adesanya responded with a body kick that resounded like applause, sending a clear message to Pereira. Pereira, aware he was likely behind on the scorecard, pressed forward with determination. He backed Adesanya into a corner and launched powerful punches, forcing Adesanya to take them and close the gap for a clinch. Pereira had nothing to lose. He was emptying his gas tank. Adesanya threw a leg kick and struggled to lift his foot due to nerve damage from multiple leg kicks by Pereira. Adesanya found himself on the ground, with Pereira rushing in to deliver a knockout punch. Adesanya rolled backward, avoiding Pereira's strike. Adesanya got back up and continued to fight, but Pereira backed him into a corner and unleashed a barrage of powerful punches. Adesanya, who had shown the ability to evade such punches in the corner and escape, could not do so this time due to the nerve damage in his foot, severely limiting his movement. This gave Pereira the opportunity to land heavy punches, and with the referee stepping in to protect Adesanya, the fight was over. Adesanya lost, and the middleweight division had a new champion. The battle was intense, with both fighters leaving it all in the octagon. However, it was a night of great significance for the middleweight division. Adesanya, known for his striking prowess, faced an unexpected outcome. In a twist of fate, Pereira secured victory in the fifth round with a technical knockout. This fight had everything, from high-level striking to power punches and a great storyline. It felt like a battle between a matador, Isreal Adesanya, trying to evade the knockout punches of the bull, Alex Pereira. Watching this fight left me in awe of Adesanya's skill. Being able to last 5 rounds with an individual who could knock you out at any moment and still have the skill and ability to lead the fight until the 5th round. So if you are a fan of the UFC and looking for an entertaining back-and-forth fight to feed your UFC thirst, or you just getting into the sport and looking for a good fight, Isreal Adesanya versus Alex Pereira UFC 281 is a great fight to watch. The story does not end there. They will meet again. Like and subscribe if you want us to cover Adesanya versus Pereira too.